Times are changing. The grand reset and transition is upon us. We are leaving the age of compromise and stagnation.
The energy has been dense.
Ready to embrace the age of ascension.
The era of expanded possibilities.
New guidelines for the future have become defined, and the path towards enlightenment has been set. Avoid mainstream, genetically modified propaganda. Inner Light Radio is here to provide information and analysis to assist us all along our journey.
For the upliftment of humanity.
This is InnerLightRadio.com. We are the healing frequency.
You know what time it is. You know it's time for you to sit back, relax, call a friend, and tell them to tune into themselves today. Gotta let the body heal, rejuvenate, and feel the love. Take control. Don't give your power to no one else. Greetings and love and kindness, family. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self Healthcare educator and host of the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation radio show. Every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Community, this is your time to share your wellness stories and how you move from disease care to conscious self-health care. I want to hear your story. We want to hear from you. Join the conversation each Wednesday. Call in and share how you shift out of chronic disease care stress. Right here on InnerLightRadio.com, the healing frequency. This is Dr. K, and I am looking forward to our conversation. So call in and share. Health is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. Come on, family. It's time to rock the world with the new frontier of conscious self-health care, while I share my wellness story with you right here on InnerLightRadio.com, the healing frequency. Taking that deep, deep breath. Time to tune into yourself. I know you called a friend and told him to tune in. I want to thank you for joining me today. It's a lot going on in the USA. Second impeachment hearing, a whole bunch of other stuff. But you got to think about your own wellness, your own journey, and what brings peace to you. January 13th, 2021. You know you're free. Nobody can hold you down any longer. That's what it's all about. Take control. Take control, family. Take control. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, host of the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation radio show. Welcome to the new frontier and making conscious self healthcare moves. Mental observation view is essential for your success. So what are you seeing? What's in your view? What are you allowing to let you make the choices for yourself? Your conscious self-health care treatments. So that's what it's all about. We all have the power to sit back and make our conscious self-health care moves for ourselves. You don't need to be a doctor. No, you don't. to learn anatomy and physiology and pathology, to have some understanding about quantum health and healing. I'm here today to let you know that the situation you see does not have to be your reality. The reality that they're showing you in this world, the reality that you done brought a hold to, that you're allowing to dictate to you how you're going to move, talk, act, be in this world. But if the situation you see satisfy you, then yield your future to no one. Yield your future to no one. Keep on that steadfast. You know it's a Harriet Tubman's ride that we're on. I want to thank you for coming aboard the friendship train, for stepping up out of the dark ages of disease care, shifting out of chronic disease care stress, because even stress is a disease. We have to recognize that when it's stress that we are not in control of, that we're not aware of, because you can't avoid stress. You're going to have it. It's how much attention you give to it. It's how you vibrate to it. All changes in the outer begins with a change in the inner. And what are you allowing to dictate to you? Because it's true. The conscious reality controls what's going on in the physical body. You want to shift what's happening to you. You got to have a higher state of consciousness. So don't let your life be scripted by someone else. Make the choices you need to make for yourself. Don't allow yourself to be in a ball of confusion, not knowing what to do, who to follow, who to listen to. You have the power within yourself to make yourself be at peace, true peace, the fundamental true peace, because it's based on you and how you truly feel about yourself. And if how you feel about yourself, and no one else may feel that way, but it gives you balance, it gives you peace, it gives you harmony, it gives you serenity, and you're not bringing any hardship, hurt, pain, or destruction in anyone else's life, then you're on the right path. Because when you do that, whatever you do, you're the first to receive it anyway. So why not live? With the laws of vibrational energy, love, we heard from the Skaggs trio last week, love, with the message from Dr. Martin Luther King inside of it. Love, not going to give your power to anyone else. I say love is the power that brings my entire life together. Let it bring your life together. It heals and renews and restores and empowers me with divine energy and life, and it can do the same thing for you. You can be love in action, first for yourself, then for your family, for your community, the nation. I am a master of positive self-expression, and you are a master of positive self-expression for yourself. We are here to be givers and receivers of love. Of love, the laws of vibrational energy moves this animated human body. And we must recognize that and hold on to that truth. Because you are the master of your thought and mind. That's why I say tell your mind what to think. Tell your feelings what to feel. Tell your body how to react. Master your mind. Master your feelings. And master your thoughts. Don't give your mind, your feelings, your thoughts to situations of the world. Move beyond this man-made mindset of human consciousness that's taking you away from yourself, that's creating stagnation within your own body, within your own life, in your own family, right in your own household. Don't allow it to separate you from what is true and what is real in this world. See, you must tell your human holographic image what to do, how to act, and how to think. Don't let nobody else do it for you. And let them say you insane or you sane or whatever anybody want to say, because you're not following suit to what they're trying to make norm right now today. You know what you need to do for yourself. And we're still in the midst of this covert situation. And they want to hold on tight to it. That who's most affected by it? Black people. Don't you buy into that. Don't you buy into it. Stop arguing with family and friends to take this COVID vaccine. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't turn your body over to any drugs or any vaccines. You can find a way to make yourself feel better, to make your vibration stronger. It's not through pharmaceuticals. It's not through vaccines. And it's definitely not through arguing with people to do the things that you want to do. Understand what's going on when you're mad. Wear these masks 24/7. I don't care what kind it is, what they say about it. Blocking the flow of air, of energy, of the feeling of life is not good for anyone to do that. And remember what our dear friend said, Barbara Tim Morrow of Common Sense Herbs and Common Sense University. Growing old does not make you sick. Growing old did not make you sick. It's growing sick that makes us old, that makes our body wear down, that makes our cells struggle, that makes our environment polluted. And we have to change our own thinking, our own actions, and our own reality. Remember what the old healer said to the soul. It's not your back that hurts, but the burden. It's not your eyes that hurt, but injustice. It's not your head that hurts, it's your thoughts. Not the throat, but what you don't express or say with anger. Not the stomach hurts, but what the soul does not digest. It's not the liver that hurts, but the anger that you carry. It's not your heart that hurts, but it's the absence of love, self-love, self-care, self-respect, self-honor, self-worth. And it is love itself that contains the most powerful, powerful, powerful medicine. So self-love, self-care, self-respect, self-worth, self-knowledge. It has to be all wrapped in self-assurance. Family, you have to love yourself once again beyond measure of a man-made mindset of human consciousness. Don't give that power to anyone else at all. Take a deep breath. Sit back and relax as you take an opportunity. If you're listening to this show live, if you listen to it when it's rebroadcast on my YouTube channel, K Davis F, or if someone decides they want to broadcast it within their medium, take the time to think, to give thought to what you're doing to your own vibration, to please someone else, to be a part of a group, to feel like you're fitting in somewhere that you really don't want to fit into. You got to stand tall. You got to be strong for yourself to give yourself that true vibration that you need. I want to say to you, as I do during the first month of January of every year, this is my second signature poem that I share with you. And this is the time for you to realize that you are the creator of your life, the situations in your life, and how you see life. And I see mine as being beautiful and wonderful. Even with all the things that I'm going through, I'm not going to say challenges because they're not challenges, because I recognize them. And I'm working on them. And you can do the same thing too. And one of the things that I tell myself is that my life is beautiful and wonderful. Don't care the picture that somebody else is trying to create that they want me to see and have lens through. I don't do that. I have lens through my own states of consciousness. So my life is beautiful and wonderful. It's never ever mean, cruel, or unkind. It is always loving and good. We love with a free heart and an open heart. And we let the universe lead our life, because we are one with each other. So I tell you, family, community, and friends, listeners of Inner Light Radio, never give your power to people, places, or things. I say you are in control of your life. You have to live by the words, live by the actions, and keep a loving mind. Those God words, that spirit word. So do not criticize yourself. Always, in all situations, say loving words of inspiration to yourself to change your habitual habits. Life is beautiful and wonderful, family. What you give life, I'm telling you, is going to give it right back to you the same way that you gave it. So why not give in love and kindness to yourself? The power of life is in the power of the mind. You got to think righteous thoughts. and righteous things will happen because your life is beautiful and wonderful. Whatever you experience in your life, is really but the outpicturing of your own thoughts and belief. Goes for you too, Rev Karen Khadijah Davis, folks. Yes, it does. No one else can keep you out of your kingdom or put you in it either. Can't give that power to nobody else. You got to sustain it within yourself. The story of life is really the story of your relationship between yourself and the universe. That high frequency, that higher state of consciousness. Change your thoughts and you change your life when things are not right. Put your new thoughts into action right now because your life is beautiful and wonderful. Don't let this government or anybody else dictate your life to you and where you are and what you must do. Stand tall, stand strong within yourself because once again, your life is beautiful and wonderful. Let the spiritual life into this human world's life. The world you live in is make-believe. The world you see with a conscious eye, the third eye, is captured by the Creator's eye. And this world is beautiful and wonderful. And I'm here to tell you today that your life is beautiful and wonderful, no matter what they want you to see. That negative situation does not have to be your reality. So I say to you as I say to myself, the soul of the earth needs nothing for it to grow something. I said the soul of the earth needs nothing for it to grow something. Life, it just needs to be. It distinctly knows what to do, and so do you, because you are part of that higher frequency of life. You are one with that high frequency of life. Don't turn away from it. Trust that inner wealth that's telling you what to do. It may not match with anyone around you. It's for you. That's your higher state of consciousness talking to you. So plant the seeds of positive thoughts. Think solution thoughts. And your life will unfold as the universe has planned. That's not giving your power to anyone. Because I'm here today to tell you, your life is beautiful and wonderful. It is never ever mean, cruel, unkind, and unloving. So don't see it that way. Love is all there is. It's a very strong and powerful vibration. Recognize that and know that. As always, we're going to sit back. We're going to listen to some music, and I'm going to continue on from last week, a talk from Reverend Ike. Yeah, remember last week? He shared with you what you must do before you go to sleep to manifest the good that you desire in your life. Be it health, be it wealth, be it whatever. Whatever it is, you must do this before you go to sleep. Put this state in your mind and go to sleep on it. So I invite you to go back and listen to last week's show at my YouTube station, K Davis F. This week we're going to hear from Reverend Ike. Get it first in your mind. Get it first in your mind, the law of attraction, and you can also see what you got first in your mind and why your life is playing out the way it is. And if you want something else different, you got to get it first in mind and you got to hold on to it. We're going to sit back and we're going to listen to music from Earth, Wind, and Fire because I want you to keep your head to the sky. Life is a state of consciousness. So as you're look to see what state of consciousness have moved you in any situation, areas of your life, and do you need to adjust that state of consciousness? That's right. And then we're going to end with a song from Curtis Mayfield. I like it. Diamond in the back, sun rooftop. Because mostly he said, just be thankful. Just be thankful for what you got, what you're giving yourself. Don't put yourself through any changes to get anything else in life. And you know, I'm a doctor of anthology. I teach cellular ecology so you can understand how your body works. So come on and dance with me and learn some cellular ecology through understanding the lymphatic system. That one system that they don't want you to know anything about, that they keep putting the immune system over top of. But that lymphatic system is the purification system in the body. The cells must be purified. The environment must be purified. Yes, Yes, Reverend Ike will be first coming up. And so you have to recognize the system that they don't talk about. The immune system, like the respiratory system, any other system, is only as powerful as the environment that you create within your body. Can your cells hear themselves speak to each other? Can they feel the vibration? Can they receive the nutrients and minerals that you put into your body? Because just like a plant, when it gets flooded, the leaves start wilting, the roots start wilting because it's too much water. So you have to think about what you're doing to your body. We're going to have inflammation. You just don't want to stay seated like it did with me. I'm going to continue to share my wellness story with you this year and where I'm at in my state of wellness, moving beyond what occurred with me with the stroke. Yes, I'm walking better, I'm talking better, I'm doing a lot of things, but it's time consuming to sit back and relax and move all that inflammation out as more come down and move around. And we have to be aware of what we need to do mentally, physically, emotionally, nutritionally to help our bodies not stay in that state. We're going to have some inflammation, but we don't want it to take over and become a burden to us. So sit back, family. Take your deep breaths. Think about what you're doing. Have the right perspective. You'll get the right results. When your perspective is not clear, your behavior becomes inconsistent. Watch your own behavior. Look at your own patterns and your own habits. Make the adjustments for yourself. You don't need to really sit down and talk to somebody else so they can see and interpret what's going on with you. You can be that person to yourself. You can be objective. You can stand outside of yourself and look at yourself. No, she's not insane. You can do this. Some people say right now, have 2 columns. Whatever it takes for you to do to sit back and relax and look at yourself and see what's moving you. A lot is going on, and a lot of people are home with their family members right now. Don't be stressed out, family. Don't argue with your mate. Don't argue with your children. You got to find balance. You got to create a new way because things have changed. And for me, it's for the betterment. It's for the betterment of life. It's for the betterment of yourself. All people that work in the healthcare industry, any kind of way, you have a lot going on. You have a lot to think about. They're forcing you and pushing you and wanting you to take this vaccine, saying you can't keep your job and let you do it. Maybe it's time for a new career. Maybe you need to make an adjustment. My family is reaped with people that's from psychologists, they are social workers, they healthcare support people, they're nurses, and they're making decisions. They have to make decisions. But I'm saying to you, sit back and make the right decision for yourself, and it may mean a career change. Just like you heard me say last week, I'm sending prayers out to my brother who works on Capitol Hill. He's with the Capitol Hill Police Department. He has a good position up there. He has people underneath of him. I pray for him every day, and all those Capitol Hill police officers is doing the right thing. That's not a part of the wrong thing. That's messing with the people that's there. That's part of the right things. My brother is black. He got a high position up there. A lot of people may not like that. So I'm praying for him that his life stays focused and stays in the right direction, and the power is surrounding him. My nephew plays in the NFL. I'm thankful for his decision to set this year out, to not get caught up with being locked down and having all these tests just to play the game that he loves. He put his life and his health first. So I pray that his career get back on track. He's able to stay where he is and move forward as he set this year out, not to get caught up in this up and down yo-yo. The same way I'm praying for every other individual in the world to have a smooth sailing within their life. So you're going to listen to my commercials. You know I'm a Nest Health Wellness person. I use the Nest Health Wellness System. It's a bioenergetic system. It reads the human body field. It lets you know what's going on with your body accurately tells you what's going on all the way down. I'm having a special where you just bind the home remote device where you can scan yourself, your family, your friends, and your pets. Your pets are going through a lot, and you want to support them right, then look what their body field is saying to you. That's a $150 deal. You can connect with me, 202-248-7749. Davis-Foulks, Foulks @gmail.com to get that scan so you can see what's going on with your own human body field and what adjustments that you need to make. Take a deep breath with me. Sit back and relax. You're going to hear the commercials. You're going to hear the talk from Reverend Ike. It's about 14 minutes, but it's worth it. It's worth listening to it. And then we'll listen to some music. And if time permits, I'll come back with you and chat. I want to thank you for joining me on this friendship train, this Harriet Tubman ride today, 1/13/2021. As we sit back, take a deep breath, and tune into ourselves. Thank you for joining me today, family. Peace. Blessings. Is it time for a new approach to your health care? Are you ready to leave the dark ages of disease care management and pharmaceuticals? If your answer is yes, get ready to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal healthcare prescription plan with Dr. K. She is a certified lenthologist and Nest healthcare provider, sharing the new science of information as medicine and cellular ecology. Did you know that the field of epigenetics states that you are more than just your genes, and those genes do not control your biology? Yes, that's correct. Schedule a Skype, phone, or office visit with Dr. K and get on board the friendship train to healthcare free. 202-248-7749. That's 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, forselllife.com. The number 4, the words sell, CELLLIFE.com. Do you feel lost? Do you feel out of sync? Could it be that you are experiencing electromagnetic sensitivity? Yes, electromagnetic sensitivity. Could man-made frequencies interfere with cellular activity and melatonin production? We are beings of frequency, light, and information, and you are your own experience. Do not conform any longer to the patterns of man-made mindset of human consciousness. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Schedule your Nest Provision Human Body Field Scan with Dr. K. 202-248-7749. Visit the website forselllife.com. The number 4, CELLLIFE.com. Have the courage to expand your horizon and reprogram your cellular activities. Call Dr. K for your 15-minute wellness consultation. 202-248-7749. Are you at your wit's end because there seems to be no solution to your healthcare problem? Is it okay for me to say to you that you can have peace of mind? Take back control of your health. Are you experiencing anxiety, arthritis, diabetes, cancer, fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, lupus, chronic fatigue syndrome, any fictitious disease? Whatever your symptoms or diagnoses are, there is a conscious solution to transform the cause of your pain. Not treat symptoms or mask it. No prescription medication, no over-the-counter drugs, no organs removed are required. Take back control of your health by the renewing of your mind. You can create wellness today. Contact Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, www.selllife.com.
the next point. Once you decide it, then you must believe it. Let me hear you say, believe it. Believe it. The book says belief is mental acceptance. You have to mentally accept what you want. The late M.O.V.E.S used to use the term the mental equivalent. Let me hear you say the mental equivalent. And I'm going to say it this way. First of all, I'll quote Jesus on it. Jesus says, to him that hath, to him it shall be given. The only thing that you're going to get is what you've got. Get it? That's right. Somebody said, got it. That's what you're supposed to say. Somebody says, my goodness, you left me somewhere back there at the first got Reverend Knight. The only thing that you are going to get is what you've got. First of all, this is another way that Reverend Ike says it. If you want something, first get it in your mind. It's in this book somewhere. Until you get it in your mind, you're not going to get it in your hand, or in your bank account, or in your garage, or in your pocket. You must have the mental equivalent. This book will help you to get it. I'll read just one sentence. When you believe in yourself, you become unstoppable. And there's that old saying, where there is a will, there is a way. So I'm going to save the other 2 points until after the break, which we're going to take in just a moment, because I want you to have your books in your hands. On page 184. Now, we have breakthrough tools here. Some of the best breakthrough tools are books and tapes, so that you can hear the Word. You know, we talked about the importance of the Word. I have a habit, and I'm going to refine this into a seminar. I've promised myself that I was going to do that. I record all of my favorite verses of Scripture, all of my favorite affirmations. I've recorded them onto tapes, and I affirm each one 10 times. And sometimes at a low level, so that it doesn't disturb my conscious mind, I will play maybe 3 of those tapes all night. You see, because the conscious mind has unlimited input. You see, that's where you pick up a lot of stuff and don't know where you got it from. See, that headache that you get, you caught that 5 months ago on the secret storm in the edge of night. You'd be surprised at stuff that your subconscious picks up from those commercials. See, they've got you all primed for that. Not only do they tell you and show you how to have a headache, they tell you what kind of headache to have. You've got an Excedrin. Cross it out. Headache. So when you go to the store, you'll see that past that Excedrin rack, and that Pavlovian response will say, oh yes, this is just what I need. And you will definitely need it. Anyway, you want to take these classes and these services with you, and you can do that on tape. I've brought several very good tapes and books here with us. One I call the Master of Money course. Heaven knows if you are interested in coming to a greater understanding and a unique understanding about money so that you can experience it more than ever before, whatever you need to do that's honest to get this tape, you do it. It contains the series Magnetize Your Mind for Money, the 10 Commandments of Money, and the Psychology of Money. And then there's one, the Master of Prosperity course, that tells you about prosperity, your divine right. You see, it's your divine right. You see, that's another thing, you know, when you pray, a lot of people pray to ask God for things. But you know, everything that you ask for is really already yours. Say that to the person next to you. Everything that you ask for is really already yours. see? And it is by prayer and by praise and by believing and by decision that we take what is already ours. Beloved, I wished above all things that you would prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers, says the Bible. So prosperity is your divine right. And you need to understand that. You see, you're not asking God for something that's not yours. You see, you can't get what's not yours. That's the trouble with some of you. You've been trying to get what's not yours. I have many reputations, and one is a faith healer. I remember one night in Miami, Florida, at the convention center. The building was crowded to the rafters, and I was praying my mass healing prayer for everybody. And, you know, some of the people dropped their crutches and jumped up and started running. Other people got out of wheelchairs and had all kinds of instant demonstrations. There was a little lady there with rheumatism. And so she was sitting on the front row rubbing her knees and, oh, please, Jesus, please, Jesus, please. I looked at her and said, Mama, stop praying like that. She almost dropped her teeth. See, you have to learn what your divine rights are. Good health is my divine right. Let's hear it. Good health is my divine right. And this Master of Prosperity course tells you about that. It also tells you how to be crazy enough to get what you want. See, I'm going to level with you just before the break. Whenever an evangelist say that, you know, he's going to be through in just a few minutes, never take him seriously, by the way. I'm going to tell you something. The reason some of you people don't have what you want is because some of you have got too much sense. If you're going to be successful, if you're not already crazy, you have to learn how to be crazy without acting crazy. People with good sense don't get but so far. You know why? Because they know too well why they can't. No, I can't do that. And then you got to watch out for these relatives and friends of yours that always say, well, you know, you can't do that. How many of you have ever had people tell you what you could do and could do? Get the heaven away from those kind of people. Even if they are your relatives, don't even get you a post office box and don't even let them know what your address is. Send them a Christmas card every Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And let it stay at that, but don't talk on the telephone with them. You get enough static from yourself. You don't need a lot of other people giving you static. You don't need Mama's static and Daddy's static and Aunt Susie's static. And Aunt Jane, old Aunt Jane, and some of you that go to visit your relatives every year, you need to stop that. Because you don't get the gospel, you get all the bad news. And they'll tell you about all the stuff that runs in the family. So where you know what old Aunt Janie died of the rocket pneumonia and the boogie woogie flu. That runs in our family. And I said, yeah, and this is where it runs the hell out. But you got to be crazy enough not to believe all those negative things. Okay, I can't preach the tape to you here. You have to buy it. The tape in there also is, you can have it. I did that as a response to a message that I got from a reporter in Chicago some years ago when I began to preach success and prosperity to people. And the reporter sent word back to me through our director of public relations. Why is it that Reverend Ike tells those people that he can have all those things? He knows they can't have all those things. I said, you tell him. I said, who in the heaven is he to tell people what they can't have? That's another thing. You know, write it down. Don't let anybody tell you what you can't have. Don't let anybody tell you what you can't be. And the fifth tape in here is don't be indifferent toward money. You know, some of you, you're having money problems because you're indifferent to money and you don't even realize how indifferent you are. I had an interesting experience today. Somebody that I hired to work for me, you know, we put an ad in the paper, but that ad was a doozy. It said controversial minister. I did that to scare away the weak-hearted. But somehow this particular person came for the interview and got hired. And one day of me, she couldn't stand it. And so when the supervisor came to me and said, well, you know, she's not going to make it because, you know, her religion is bothering her being around here. I said, well, if her religion bothers her, then, you know, release her and let her go. Pay her off for the day. She worked one day. He said, well, she said that the money isn't important. See that? That's indifference to money. See, and what probably rubbed her the wrong way is, you know, my concept of the right relationship with money and so on. And so it seemed overemphasized to her. I don't know what all the other hang-ups were, but I tried to warn them. But I said, my religion insists that I pay people. She worked here a day, so she's going to get paid for a day. So just prorate whatever we agreed to pay her and pay her for that day. Tell her we'll mail her the check. Goodbye, and God bless you. Till you're ready for me. Okay, and all of these tapes, your power of fascination. This is a beautiful little set, your power of fascination. There's only one tape in here, but it is so beautiful because it tells you how to use your power of fascination. You can use your power of fascination. When we talk about all these different powers, they're really the same. They're aspects of the same one power. But when you horn in on your power of fascination, you can use it to bring you what you want. I talked about this, the excitement of money, overflowing abundance. Get your kicks. Money-making, miracle-working idea, a technique that does the trick. And there's a money hook, money-feeling meditation included in here. Yeah, it's in there, believe it or not. How to get out of the hell of poverty, sickness, and suffering. Prosperity Plus. You don't have to go through hell to get to heaven. Oh, Lord. I can look at you and tell some of you you've been going through hell trying to get to heaven. Oh, Lord, there's hell trying to get to heaven. I remember in the black church back in South Carolina, and by the way, you know, I do know a lot about black people because I used to be black before I turned green. But you know what I found out? I found out that I couldn't buy anything with black power. The only color of power in the American economy is green power. And if you get enough of that, people don't care what color your face or anything else is. A beautiful set. Control Your Life series. Tell your mind what to think. Tell your feelings how to feel. Tell your body how to react. Woo, that'll fix you up.
Take a deep breath. I was truly in a meditative state. I didn't even hear my partner come in the house or come into the room where I'm sitting in. Just sitting back listening, you know. Reverend I had so many different tapes that you can get still today that will help you empower yourself. My ministry is after the ministry of Reverend Ike. I grew up from the age of 8 listening to Reverend Ike. So when I decided to become a minister, when I decided to become a reverend, I chose to fashion it after him because he empowers you to take power of your own self, of your own life, of your own mind, of your own states of consciousness, and bring everything forth from that understanding. Those are the things we must do. We're going to take a deep, deep breath. You know what, family? That ended on 444. Powerful numbers. 444. Very powerful. So I know that, again, you heard him talk about the different cassettes that you can still get from him today through his son, through the Reverend Ike ministry. These particular tapes will help you in so many different ways. Sit back and just think about the way you're thinking, what states of consciousness that you're working from. And we need to understand that right now. Like right now, they're having this impeachment up on the Hill for this particular man that's in office that said that he did nothing. But it took people to have that state of consciousness to follow those thoughts that he wanted. But they had to already have it in mind. See, a lot of people in uproar what's going on with Black America and right here in America and how things are shifting and changing. And we have to come together. We have to come together as one, as that hashtag that we use, Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham. Boycott anything that's not unkind to you, that's not kind to you. Boycott everything that's unkind to you. You have a right to be here. You have a right to have the things that you need in life. And again, I want to say to you, with everything that's inside of me, you really truly have to decide not to be a part of this covert methodology and understand what they're doing to you when they ask you to take this vaccine and saying that you must have it and we're going to do these things. You don't want to poison your body to make it better. You don't want to, just like pharmaceuticals, one fraction away from what? Being poisoned. You don't need pharmaceuticals for your body to heal. Oh, Brother Jamal, when you need to come in, just come right on in. I'm just going to talk. You can bring that music in whenever you're ready. But I just want to remind people the definition for me of COVID methodology. The mask is making your body sicker than you think. COVID methodology, the study of self-inflicted stagnation and production of cell life and activity, creating an internal environment of a pond of water that blocks energy flow and cellular intercommunication, stopping or blocking the release of carbon dioxide from the body into the air, causing the reabsorption of toxicity. This process of COVID methodology is blocking the common intake of pure oxygen from nature and the natural means of self-surviving as a human being. The goal is to contain the germ or the virus, not thinking about the damage done to the human, by blocking the proper exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Breathing is a natural mechanism of human life and should not be stagnated by the wearing of a mask for daily living. Make sure you tune in next week. Brother Mama Duhamel will be joining us. He may be like a house divided. He has an understanding of pharmaceuticals, medicine, and I have mine. But one thing we do have in common is I never was a slave nor a nigga. So understand that. Sit back and listen to the music. Thank you for tuning in. And I'll be back with you next week. Next Wednesday on Wellness Wednesday. Right here on Light Radio. 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'm Rev Karen Khadijah Davis, folks. Thank you so much.
In every way, but in search for the clue, wrong things I was bound to do. Keep my head to the sky for the clouds to tell me why. As I do you may not drive a great big Cadillac, against the white wall, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean, gangster white wall, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Woo-hoo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Woo-hoo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Woo-hoo. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, against the white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Woo-hoo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Woo-hoo.
Wow, family, that was a great show. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in to the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show right here on NLI Radio. It was a pleasure having you tuning in. Now, you must tell a friend to tune in. And if you haven't called in and shared your wellness story, don't you think it's time that you help somebody with your wellness story? Call in, share your story, join the conversation. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, and I invite you to visit my website, ConsciousSelfCare.com. Or you can just go to the number 4, the word CELLLIFE.com. Leave me some information. I would love to talk with you. And once again, I look forward to you joining us next Wednesday right here on the Conscious Self Healthcare Radio Show. It's a conversation where we uplift each other, where we share our wellness stories so we can help someone move from disease care to conscious self-health care. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to hearing from you next Wednesday.
Stop taking